Ladies and gentlemen, the Minister for Economy and Finance, Michel Sapin of the Republic of France, the Ambassador of France to Kenya, representatives of Peugeot. Let me join everybody in saying that I'm also equally pleased to be here as we announce that the Peugeot Group have signed a contract to begin assembling the well-known Peugeot vehicles once again here in Kenya. And I think it is safe to say that very few Kenyans are strangers to Peugeot. It is a brand that has been with us since independence, and in welcoming them back, we welcome an old friend and partner who has chosen to deepen and strengthen that friendship, and for that I thank you very much. And even as we thank Peugeot for the trust that they have shown, we need to get a clear view also of our industrial situation, and the better for all of us to understand where we are going. I don't need to tell you that progress in industry is vital to Kenya's prospects. Kenya has many young people who are educated, diligent, innovative, and it is up to us to ensure that we find them jobs that will enable them to make an honorable living. And that is why my government continues to work hard to make our nation the region's hub for investment and industry. And we have worked hard to make Kenya the most attractive destination for investment in this region. And that has meant cutting the red tape, the thicket of rules and regulations which had grown up and which threatened to choke off the growth of business and investment in Kenya. It means transparency in the prices of inputs. It means real work to cut the costs of transport and energy. And that is why we have put so much more power into the grid and why we are building the standard gauge railway while making sure that it directly benefits Kenyan industry. We have also worked hard to remove barriers for Kenyan investors who want to invest in their own country. We have cut interest rates on loans, and that is why, and through this process, put more capital in the hands of our young people and other once marginalized groups. In doing business indicators of the World Bank, we are the third most improved country globally for 2 consecutive years, and we also rank as the most improved country in Africa for 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, we have also seen that last year's manufacturing output grew 3.5%, signaling the revival of Kenyan industry and our return to regional dominance. From Wrigley's, which will invest $5.8 billion in a plant in Machakos, the Volkswagen plant, which opened in Thika last year, to the Pan Paper plant, which we revived just a few months ago, industry and investment in Kenya are on the move. I am particularly pleased by the momentum that Kenya is creating in the motor vehicle sector and the investment signed today by Peugeot Group to locally assemble motor vehicles in our country at a plant which will be announced in due course is most welcome. It will create the jobs we need for our young people, it will teach them new skills, and it will hasten the growth of associated industries, all of which will encourage even more investment, not just in this sector, but other sectors too. For our part, my government will continue to enforce the Buy Kenya, Build Kenya policy to support companies and businesses that produce in Kenya, and we hope to see many Peugeot cars on our roads going forward, all of them built right here in Kenya, by Kenyans, for Kenyans, and the region. What could be better? Mine is to take this opportunity once again to thank Peugeot and to assure you, gentlemen, that my government will support you fully so long as you put Kenya at the very core of your work here. I also take this opportunity to thank the Minister for the deep partnership that we have had in terms of development assistance from the Republic of France, especially through their agency AFD, that have really gone a long way to ensuring that we have made significant progress, especially in the energy sector, in the water sector. We have just signed an agreement for the Roiro 2 Dam, which will see water provision in parts of Kiambu and parts of Nairobi, and many other sectors that have benefited from the development assistance that we have with France. We continue to recognize, to acknowledge it. France today is one of the largest development partners for Kenya, and we look forward to seeing how we can strengthen that partnership as we move forward. So once again, Mr. Minister, we thank you, we appreciate you, and we look forward to deepening our partnership as we move forward. I thank you very much. Asanteni sana, karibu sana Peugeot. Asante.
Thank you. That brings us to the end of this ceremony. Minister Arden and the team from Peugeot are here for media. If you do want to do any extra one-on-ones, I thank you for coming.
Truly appreciate it.
I think they want...
All right, so right there, what we've seen is the signing of Peugeot returning to Kenya to manufacture, and just to use the words used by the Economy and Finance Minister of France, who is present in that signing. Actually, one of the ones who was signing is Simba Amerudi Hoye. And, well, present, we also have the ambassador of France to Kenya and the Kenyan Minister of Industry, Trade and Cooperatives, Honorable Eden Mohamed. We also have His Excellency the President, and that right there was a signing of Peugeot returning to manufacture in Kenya. They've said that they have the first car manufactured in June after this particular signing. So, of course, that would be a positive indicator to some, as a trade would, of course, increase in Kenya, and that can only be a good thing. So there you go. There's also the signing of a deal worth 18.7 billion shillings, and this is with the Roiro 2 Dam, return of the Roiro 2 Dam, which will see Kenya have water provided in Nairobi and its environs. So, of course, details of that particular deal will be broken down as we continue. But that